Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Sunday. All right, guys, what's a good weekend without a little bit of drama coming out of the Real Housewives of New Jersey? And that's exactly what's happening. We're back to talk a little bit more about the tax debt that's owed by Marisa. I'm thinking of Melissa and Teresa. Sorry, Marisa, not you today, but not you, Melissa, either. Teresa, because they're saying it's almost $1 million plus Margaret and Danielle. There's a lot to discuss. As you can tell, there's a lot on my mind. So before we get into all of it, go ahead, do all the YouTube things, smash that like button, show some love, and let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so we're back to talk first about Margaret and this ex-BFF Laura because it still keeps on going. It's like the thing that never stops. Thanks to Reality Blurb for keeping us in the loop. Margaret shared why her former bestie, Laura Lee Jensen, allegedly ended their friendship as Laura clapped back, hinting that text receipts against liar Margaret will come out. Laura also suggested that Margaret was threatening her, and she warned Dolores Catania to be careful after Margaret recently exposed her boyfriend, Paul Connell's marital status on the show. In a never-before-seen, shared by @all Real Housewives of New Jersey Facts on Instagram, Margaret revealed the alleged reason for her friendship with Laura ending. After the relationship imploded, Laura told castmates what Margaret reportedly said about them. Addressing the friendship's demise, Margaret claimed that she invited Laura to a holiday party because her husband, Joe Benigno, had plans to attend a wrestling event. But then the wrestling event was canceled, and Margaret told Laura she could no longer go. Laura then wrote her, "You better fucking check yourself," and that was it, which a lot of people have a hard time believing. After the scene was released, Laura responded in the comments, "Liar, liar, is it time to release the text chain of how things really went regarding the party and also threatening to kill me? Good thing she tries to claim I don't bother her." Ugh. Around the same time, Laura reacted to an interview in which Margaret exposed the marital status of Dolores' boyfriend, Paul Connell, who's not divorced from his wife. In a May 11th post, Laura called out Margaret for talking about Dolores, who she claims is one of her best friends. "And she called me a snake," Laura added. "At least we weren't friends anymore when I spoke to those people." She then warned Dolores, "Be careful." Okay. I mean, I've said this since day one. I feel like with this friend coming out and talking to every single podcaster that she possibly can and just trying to get her side of the story out there, if you were truly friends with Margaret and the friendship went left and you were friends with her since elementary school, then you would think that you would just let the friendship go left, right? Like, okay, this is extremely unfortunate. It's a shitty situation, but I'm not going to sit there and just like bury myself with her. So the relationship went left. Let it go left. But that's not what she did. The relationship went left and she's like, oh shit, this is going down in a blaze of glory. And I'm going to throw everything that I can on top of this fire because guess what? She deserves it. And if I'm going down, she's going down with me. That's kind of how this is coming off a little bit. But hold on. It keeps going. Danielle Cabral. Danielle revealed if she has any regrets about sharing the Melissa cheating rumor on the Real Housewives of New Jersey finale during an interview last week. In addition to clapping back at claims of doing Teresa Giudice's dirty work and sharing her thoughts on whether or not her estranged brother will eventually join the show. Danielle admitted the reunion was a doozy as she offered updates on where she stands with Margaret and Rachel. Let me tell you, it's a doozy, Danielle admitted of the reunion on the May 24th episode of Access Hollywood's Housewives Nightcap. "My glam started at 4 a.m. and we left the set at 9 at night. It was a long day." According to Danielle, filming her debut season was such a whirlwind that she didn't even have a real chance to get things off her chest until the reunion. "I had a year-long wait. I didn't get to say the things I wanted to Margaret or Rachel. Those things affected me. They really hurt my feelings, and at the reunion, that was my chance where I could say it was a setting that was organized in a way that wasn't going to be chaotic. I mean, I thought so. But looking back, Danielle said it felt good to share her thoughts, which is true because even when we're watching the Vanderpump Rules reunion and Tom Schwartz was trying to explain this is kind of like a therapy session, and Ariana's like, this isn't a fucking therapy session, you idiot. I got what he was trying to say because this is sort of, it's not a therapy session by any means, but this is the moment where everybody in their respective chairs can have the opportunity with Andy Cohen acting as a mediator to speak their own truth and contribute what they feel and their perspectives to any story. That's exactly what, honestly, it's like a fucking therapy session. Call it what it is. It's a therapy session to me. But all right. I felt that was my moment to tell them how they made me feel. I let them know how I feel. We talked about it, and I feel good about it. Who wants to carry that? Although fans will have to continue to watch the reunion to find out exactly where Danielle stands with Margaret and Rachel, she confirmed that she's moving in the right direction with both women. As for the dynamic between Teresa and Melissa, the same can't be said, at least not at this point in time. Maybe if the show disappears and they do their own thing, maybe they'll find a way back to each other, Danielle said. I just know from my friend hearing her speak, she's done rightfully so. She's come to a point in her life where she wants to enjoy her marriage to her husband, her children, and her new blended family. I can't even tell you what it's like to be on the show and deal with the friendship stuff, because then to have your real family involved, it's not easy. And mine wasn't even on the show and I went through hell. So to have that is not healthy. Yeah, I would 1,000,000% agree with that as well. I don't think that they're ever going to find resolve while they are both currently filming the show. I think that that's just a recipe for disaster, because Teresa still feels like it's her show. She feels like Melissa and Joe shouldn't have been on it to begin with. And Melissa and Joe feel like staples at this point, thinking in their minds, well, it's not your show. We've been around for a long time, so get the go over it. We don't care if you went to prison on TV or not. It's not your show. That's like both sides of the story in a nutshell. All right. As Real Housewives of New Jersey fans well know, Danielle revealed that she and her brother are no longer speaking at the start of the season, and months later, their relationship remains broken. She confirmed that she and her brother, Thomas DePetro, are still not in touch, and she said that if things were reversed, she would handle their feud much differently. If it was the other way around and I saw my brother like that, it would drive me mad. It would drive me insane, actually, that this is going on, knowing what his emotion is. The last I heard, he was very upset, he was very angry, and he was very mad. Anger is a totally different emotion than where I'm at right now, so I think it's best if we just kind of go our separate ways. I can't think about it too much. I have a niece, I don't know, that it hurts to think about. Then after insisting she did not dig at his wife or dig at him, she did reveal if she thinks that he would ever join the show. I don't. And the only reason why is because his wife wants nothing to do with it. I know my brother is very much like, man, you know, he's like me. We're very animated. He's the life of the party. He walks into a room, you just fall in love with him. But she wants no part of it. And this is where it all stemmed from, why and when and where we stopped talking was because of my Instagram. And she really didn't want to be involved in it before I was a housewife. So this is just not her thing. And I think he's respecting her, and they don't need it. They don't really want it. So I don't think so. I would be shocked if they ever participated in any capacity. Well, on top of this, because everybody keeps talking about them, and yes, it's the Teresa of it all. Now they are saying that Teresa Giudice, well, according to The Sun, the Morris County Clerk's office doesn't have releases filed for the outstanding taxes, but the total amount allegedly owed is upwards of $1 million. Ugh. All right, guys, go ahead and comment below. Let us know what you think about all of this. And more importantly, before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, show some love, and we'll see you so very soon. Bye, guys.